Welcome to episode 69, The Art of Sex. Turning on closed captioning will help you follow what I'm saying, especially if you like to read as well as watch your porn. Okay, that was just a regular joke. I mean, free porn is hard to get these days, right? But let me tell you this story about this buddy of mine in his early 30s. I'd considered giving him some advice some time ago, but bit my tongue for various reasons, not all of which I'm prepared to divulge here. Internal joke. Inquiring minds want to know. But one reason is because on many levels he could misinterpret why I was giving him the advice, including perhaps finding it offensive or insulting. Another is because I had to consider whether the advice was good advice in terms of my philosophy of life. Because I saw him as a player, I wanted to tell this buddy how to win and keep someone with sex. People know there are a lot of women and men who do that. Internal joke. Let's debate the number of female versus male. But I'm going to try and differentiate between what I'm talking about and what, say, escorts or prostitutes or gigolos do. Like I said in some of my blog episodes like 28, 32, and 33, my view is that recreational sex between consenting adults that doesn't hurt them mentally or physically relieves stress and gives them pleasure and perhaps sometimes what I call a happiness moment. So, using my blog definitions, sex between lovers is happiness. That type of sex just has to make the earth more peaceful and livable. Internal joke. What the fuck? No, what a fuck. The bottom line is that there's nothing wrong with that type of sex in my philosophy of life. I feel that someone who has to use sex to survive is not consenting. But I also feel that someone who uses sex to live, but because they enjoy the sex, is consenting. If the partner or partners are also consenting, then I say, go for it. There are a lot of women and men who use sex to live, but most of them do it because they find themselves in a situation where they figure they have to in order to survive. This situation could involve anyone from a prostitute to a prisoner to a spouse. But there are some, though, that do it just because they like sex. For example, there are some women who did escorting when they were in their late teens, 20s, and 30s, and made enough money to be living comfortably and independently in their 40s and 50s, but still see a couple clients. Those clients aren't true clients anymore because the woman isn't having sex with them for the money per se, but because she wants to keep seeing them and she enjoys their company and she enjoys the sex. She's not consenting. So, my advice to those horny young men and women like my buddy who enjoy sex and don't need to do it to survive is to behave like someone in their 40s and 50s in terms of the volume of partners. It's safer. Find, say, 3 people. Anything past 5 is nothing but greedy. Okay, 3 people who want to have sex with you because they like you and you like them. Why they like you is going to be because they find you attractive in appearance and how you treat them. And they absolutely enjoy having sex with you. Why you like them determines your choice of the 3 people. Internal joke. Just make sure one person you like is because that person is good to you. Since you've got this far, I'm going to tell you my theory about the art of fucking, which is not really any secret. Really, really great music has a rhythm that you can fuck to. Man or woman, if you are really into music, you have the potential to be really great at sex. You can get an idea of your potential by finding a tune you like and see if you can find the rhythm in it that you can dance fuck to. Then you don't fuck to the music. Internal joke. Refocus and concentrate now. You fuck with the music. Your fucking becomes a dance. But you don't let the music control you. You let the music share you. The music gives you suggestions, sometimes forcefully, but it's still you who picks the pace and direction of your movements in accordance with the rhythm. So you fucked a rhythm that's not necessarily the obvious beat because you can vary the pace and direction of your movements to the same beat. Your fucking is infused with the music. To me, when I see someone dancing and it just seems like they absorb the music and the music absorbs them, I know that that person can be hot in bed. Well, imagine if you fuck someone in a rhythm or to a rhythm of music they like. Of course, if you like that music too, you're practically there already. If you get your movements in sync with the music, the person you are having sex with gonna be hooked. There are some women and men who have mastered this art. In fact, I know at least one such person, but it's not as easy or as practiced as you think. People fuck to music all the time, but really what they're doing is fucking with music in the background. If you watch porn and you see music playing in the background, it's rare, and you hear music playing in the background, it's rare that you see movement that's actually in sync with the music the way I just described. So, for the uninitiated, next time you're in a club, especially, but even just home, listen to some music you like, try and test out this theory about the art of sex. Just move your hips with the music the way you'd fuck to it or like to be fucked. Internal joke. Clever how you just change up that sentence. Well, a lot of changed since I started this blog episode. Since I bit my lip earlier, maybe I'll just send my body a link to this episode that, due to prolonged exposure, lost its rhythm before it got to a happy ending.